Hello, Daddy folks. It is DIECAST Buffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR 06 Career Mode. We're going to be heading out to Phoenix. In fact, we're already there. There was no weekend event there that we missed from the last episode. So essentially, you didn't miss anything. I went ahead and qualified for the race. We qualified 5th. And let's go ahead and head out to the Busch Supermarkets 200. So let's go ahead and head out.
It's NASCAR Busch Series racing from the heart of the desert. The Bosch's Supermarkets 200. Hello, race fans. EA Sports would like to welcome you to this afternoon's exciting NASCAR Busch Series race at the Phoenix International Raceway. Considered one of the fastest one-mile tracks in the world, no two turns are the same here at Phoenix, and that makes this track especially challenging for these NASCAR Busch Series drivers. We're only minutes away from the start of the race, so let's go trackside.
That is very interesting because usually the audio file for the pre-race stuff is like really like blurry, or not blurry, but like it has a lot of popping sounds. That is interesting. That was like the cleanest audio file for this Xbox 360 emulation. So that's interesting. Anyways, here we go. 16 laps at Phoenix, our first ever Busch start here. Not sure how this one's going to go. We ran really good in the trucks last year. I believe we actually, we won here at Phoenix in pretty much a Game 7 moment where we had to win and we had to have bad luck to the points leader to set up, a 12-point gap entering Homestead. So we've had some experience here, and it was a night race as well. It was not a day race. All right, Kyle Busch out front. Tony Stewart stole that win from him at Texas last week. I'm sure he's pretty hungry to get another Busch win. Busch Series, Kyle Busch. I still think that's hilarious, because it's spelled the same, and he was pretty darn good in the Busch Series, guys. All right, so lap 2 out of 16. I want to be aggressive tonight. We run really well at these short tracks, but I feel like we have to be more aggressive. These races are way too short. We cannot, we cannot be methodical and work our way to the pack. We have to be willing to take it from the driver ahead of us. So we're gonna be aggressive tonight and see if we can try to get a top 5. Holy cow, this car is tight off turn 2. That was embarrassing. There's your defending Busch champion, Shane Hamill. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. I have no earthly idea. I apologize if I botched it. Car just feels tight. My car just feels really tight in the corner, so you know what that means. We're going to be making an adjustment. I'm curious how the tires are going to wear here. That's going to be something to note. If the car would just hook just a fraction better, guys, I know we could run Kyle down, and I just don't know what we could do. I mean, I'm overdriving the corner in this side of the track. Still just not enough forward bite to get off the corner with any momentum. We gain entering, but then we lose it all at the apex because the car just can't hook. So yeah, we're going to have to hold on to this spot until we can get the pit stop. Make some massive adjustments. And if the tires don't wear much, we might do 2 rounds of wedge just to try it. So I'm curious to see how the tires are going to look in a few laps. So lap 8 is going to be the halfway point here. Want to make sure we have enough fuel. That's another thing, because at the truck race last year, we barely had enough fuel. I'm talking barely, because the caution came out 1 lap too early for our pit stop. And I mean, we were filtering the gas fumes at the line, because as soon as we passed the line and you did the victory celebration, burnout, we got like 2 feet away, and then it just died. So my point is that if you pit early here, you're really taking a massive gamble. But I like what I see here. Lap 7 is probably going to turn orange very shortly, which basically means you're like probably 75% at least through your tank of gas. I like the idea of pitting here. I think we're going to try to get on pit road fresh. Yeah, there we go. We're going to go ahead and pit here. Whoo, no speeding penalty. Thank you, Lord. We're going to loosen up the car here. We're going to take a massive gamble and see if this works. So we're going to loosen the car up a whole bunch. We're going to drop the tire pressure. How y'all doing out there, guys? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Uploading these NASCAR 06 career mode videos. I don't think anyone else, at least at the time of this video, really does NASCAR 06 anymore. Like, truth be told, I think What If Racing has done a playthrough on this game. I think there's another cat that's done a playthrough of this game. But, like, as of recently, at the time of this video, I don't see anyone else doing it. So, hopefully more people will. I love watching good career modes. Realistic ones. I like when they just run the game to just, you know, play it. They're not just trying to win a championship and retire. I don't like those playthroughs at all. I don't know. It just feels really rushed. I like just watching an organic playthrough, you know? Alright, let's see how much this car is going to hook and book around Phoenix. So we were the first car on pit road, so we're on the front side of the strategy. The general rule of thumb when it comes to pit strategy in NASCAR is you want to be at the front of it or you want to be at the rear of it. You don't want to be in the middle. It's like if you're in baseball, you don't want to be in the gray area. You either want to be all in for the win, for the championship, or you want to be all out developing for the future. Same concept applies to stock car racing and the field strategy, pit strategy, whatever you'd like to coin it as. But Brian Vickers is currently the leader. I think Kyle's about to take it. There he is, way out front. I don't know how much of a gain, if any, this is going to be, but I can assure you the car is turning massively better than it did. We should be good on fuel. They'll have a little bit better tires, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. The tire wear is pretty soft, so we'll see. We're running 10th right now. We pitted from a 7th position. A caution right now would just be a perfect thing, dude. That reminds me of the truck race we had here last fall. We literally asked for a caution, and it came out, and it saved our entire season. It was absolutely one of the most craziest things I've ever seen in video gaming on this channel, and so thankful for it. Like, like God literally presented a caution. It was crazy. Lap 11 out of 16, coming up to the 12th marker, but Kyle Busch is gone. Without a caution, there's no way we're going to catch him. I'm pushing the car as much as I can. It's just catching him's one thing, passing him's another. And the way these cars work with assists, there's kind of like a bubble, so to speak, around your car. Anytime you get close to a car, it kind of like slows it down just a little bit so you don't run them over. But if you can get underneath them, move them up a little bit, like right there, that's going to help you out, which clearly that's what we're trying to do. Or we could just hit the wall and damage our car even more. That's great. My bad. We just pulled a Noah Gregson North Wilkesboro right there and just hit the inside wall and ping pong. Hey, a top 10 run, though, that'd be really good. We've been just shy of a top 10 most of the races as of recently, so finally locking in that statistic would be very nice. Considering where our teammate is running, I would say we're doing pretty decent right now in this car. Our teammate's averaging like 30th place, so he's struggling. They are not having a good season thus far. But yeah, good car, but not a race-winning car. Got to qualify better than that. That's the key. You got to qualify better. And if we would have made the car looser early in the race, who knows? Who knows, right? And I just cannot pass this stinking 21 car. I have tried every racing line, and you can see we just botched that whole corner because I was trying to get underneath them. It's just, sometimes you just get beat, right? And that's just what that 21 car is doing. He's just that much better than us. So we'll take the 10th place spot. Statistically, it's a top 10. I will take it. And we'll come home with another great points night for this 157 car. Is it 37 or 57? Oh, we got another lap. Are you kidding me? I thought we were on the last lap. I just pulled a Mark Martin. I was ready to park it. No, there's another lap to go. And the tires feel really good. We're red on field, so we're just going to kind of just coast here. Just a little bit. Oh, fudge. There's the tire wear that we've been looking for all night. We'll be good to the end. We pitted early. Just barely enough fuel. That's how you do it. 10th place. Not a bad run. Not a bad run. Kyle Busch wins at Phoenix. And Bobby Labonte, the 05 and 06 Busch champion, picks up another one. Another good run for that number 18 car, or 19 car rather. What's interesting to me, and this is crazy, they've ran 16 laps in a green flag situation. Kyle Busch led all 16 laps, which that is extremely hard to do. Just keeping it honest, that is extremely hard to do. The guy who qualified third, second, and first finished respectively in those positions. So, really, really interesting. we didn't get a top 5, even though we qualified top 5. Our teammate, once again, struggling, 36th. Oof. Oof, mate. Oof. And Busch Series going to roll on to the next one. I guess we're having to coach our teammate because he's really struggling with his race car right now. Alrighty, folks, so that's it for today's episode on NASCAR 06. The next race, you guessed it, it's going to be Talladega. And don't worry, we're going to make some wholesale changes to our plate program. We had a miserable run at Daytona. I'm going to do some splunking to see if I can maybe find a setup for it for the gear ratios or work on practice, whatever we can. We're going to get a good Talladega car, as best as we can at least, to make our debut at that racetrack. So that is all for now. We'll end the video on a point standings update. Kyle Busch is your Busch Series points leader. 339 points out is not bad, though. That's still pretty manageable, right? So it's not over for us in terms of the championship. Just got to keep it on. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And for all your diecast shopping needs, feel free to use that promo code DIECAST Buffet at Circle B Diecast, and you can save on shipping. It's interesting how many Cup Series teams are literally one-star teams. and then you go to, like, the Craftsman, and you're like, okay, there's only, like, 2 one-star teams? It's kind of interesting. That was, no, this is the team we drove for last year. It's funny, like, we drove for Clean Line Motorsports. We made them a 5-star prestige team, the most successful, or I say successful, but the most expensive truck team out there. And we did the same thing for the Wheel and Modifieds. We drove for Evernham. It ran really, really good, and we turned them to the Hendrick Motorsports of Wheel and Modified racing. And then they decided to make sure none of their 4 cars run full-time for 2 consecutive seasons, because why not? That's all for now. Diecast Buffet, signing off.